Greetings of the day. I'm Dr. Sireesha, Assistant Professor, School of Management from MITS Deemed to be University. Now we are going to see how MySQL Workbench will be helpful in segregating all the data from CSV files and JSON files. Now for that I have taken MySQL Workbench. So first command that we are going to give in structured query language is create database any name for that database. Now I have given MITS. Once we execute this, a green tick will be shown in the action output column. So that means our database has been successfully created. If at all someone is attempting for the same creation of this data set, what will happen is it will not allow, because there is no replication factor or duplication is not allowed in relational database, especially with MySQL Workbench. So now it is showing a red color cross that says we cannot create a database as it is already there. In order to eliminate these kind of errors, what we can do is we can simply add if not exists. In this case, we will not end up with any kind of warning, any kind of errors. Instead, we will get a warning in yellow color. So it will be showing that we cannot create any database. Now what I'm going to do is, once this database is created, I want to insert all my CSV files into this database. How we are going to do? So we will select that and we will create table data import wizard. We can browse. We need to select which CSV file we are going to load, and then we will open. I can give a name for this table. I want to name this table as first. So then I'm going to click on OK. Within few seconds, all the data will be imported and our data will be ready to see. Now we can see that within 4 seconds, 443 records were imported. We need to use the command saying in which database it is loaded. We need to give that use space name of the database. Then describe first. It is the table name that I have selected. It is showing the fields entered are first name, which is type of text is text, and whether it is having any null values. Yes, it will accept the null values. Whether there are any keys or keys are there or not. So there is no specific key mentioned. But what if I want to mention some kind of keys? So we will discuss few keys also first. First key that I want to talk about is unique. In this unique key, different values should be entered in that field. We cannot allow, for example, transaction ID. In the transaction ID, if it is not allowing any duplicate numbers, though it is accepting null value, then we can say it as a unique key. So in those unique key, we can specify whether that has to be some unique key or not. Another type of key that I want to discuss is primary key. This primary key is the next version of this unique, where it will also be using to identify particular elements, where we cannot have any null values, and for any table only one primary key will be allowed, whereas we can have different first names, different last names, and different emails. All those can be unique keys. But if I'm keeping some uh, IDs, transaction ID as the primary key, no null value will be accepted. Only one key will be allowed for one column, and it will be used to identify particular field. So this is very important. After that, I want to see what are the entries. For that, I'm going to use this command select. If I want to see everything, then I will start with star from my table name. We can give any table name. So now I can see that different transactions along with first names, last names, email IDs were visible in this output column. From this, if I want to segregate only few elements, like I want only product and date. So for those cases, what I'll do is instead of star, I'll write select date, comma, product. This will give me the analysis of which uh, products were sold on which date. So now this is the table. I can save this here. So now when we go back to our Excel here, this is the initial data that we have entered into SQL. Within seconds, I'm able to segregate only the products and their dates. If we can look at here, transaction IDs, first name, last name, email, job title, product, purchase mode, date, and purchase amounts were mentioned and those were entered. In the SQL, I'm able to get the outputs only which are required to me. I wanted date along with the product. So segregating data which is required is very, very easy here. Now I want to keep a limit. So in those cases, what I'll do is I don't want all the data. I want it to only top 10. So then I will keep the limit. So once I have executed, I will get only 10 records. Now let us look at this data set. I'm going to name this as 10 products. This will be very, very useful when you want to identify who are your top performing employees, or you want to analyze various things based on the ranking orders. Now we can see that 10 products are clearly that data set has been created. Now if we can look at here, this will help, this limit function will help us to identify only get the data which are very much important. We will also talk about various elements in the MySQL. In the schemas, along with the database, you will be able to see various elements like, so you can create another schema. Previously, I have written code, create a database. That also we can do with the help of create schema. Here, just giving simple name will also help. Now, I want to write here some name that is May. Once I click on apply, new schema will be created. So create schema, May and applying. So it is that simple that I create a schemas. And what are some other options that we can see here is we can alter that schema, we can change any of the requirements that we want. So here in the altering the schemas, we will have which type of collations, all those things we can apply here. Creating procedures is also possible so that you can have a syntax that you use very repeatedly. Creating index is also very easy in the MySQL format. It is a very good tool to do the analysis part, and cleaning also, it will be very easy in MySQL. Thank you for this opportunity.